Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into who are you becoming and what is your next era. Alright, so as usual, I wrote down some messages for each group. So if you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, to tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so I feel like maybe this could be a mini series of your energy, your spark, because in the last reading I recorded how to get your spark back, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice to record about who you are becoming, because in previous readings I did about your future spouse, and now wouldn't it be nice to look into your energy and about the self. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned and just let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Alright, so over here we have group 1, group 2 and group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. Choose more than one group if you wish. If you don't hear a message in your group, continue on watching as a message may pop up for you in your reading. If not, choose another group. Deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4 to choose which group is for you. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to group 1. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your who are you becoming, your next era reading. So as usual, I wrote down some messages for your reading. So I'll read that first. If you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So group 1, your next era is about being able to speak up for yourself and others without guilt, shame, or second guessing yourself. Isn't it tiring to see something you don't like and not say anything about it? Utilize your throat chakra, dear one. You have so much to say, so say it. Wow, and even as I was reading this, I felt like my voice was changing and I was saying what I wrote with so much conviction. So it's like your next era, who you are becoming, is someone who doesn't mince their words. You say what you want to say, you say what you have to say with such conviction that everyone has no choice but to listen to you. You must have your piece of the pie, if that's the right saying to say, and you must have your say. Because if you don't have your say, then things will happen and things will go in the direction that you didn't want to go in. And then it's like you're stuck in an era that you didn't want or you didn't anticipate. If only you could have spoken up for yourself. Even if it's just about singing as well, you'll be singing a lot more and you'll feel more confident with your voice and comfortable using your voice as well. Even giving speeches, or what other ways can you use your voice? Maybe acting, voice acting, something like that. And I'm using my hands a lot as well. So it's like using your hands to speak, because I've noticed that when I use my hands, I can speak much clearer. And when I use my hands to talk and think about what I'm trying to say, then it makes sense to move my hands. So maybe you'll be moving your hands a lot more, I don't know. Because when I first shuffled your cards as well, I really did feel the energy in my throat chakra, and I was singing and my voice felt really crystal clear. And even now as well, I'm really speeding while I'm talking, and it's just like, get it all out there before someone else butts in and tells you how it's going to be. You're the one that's going to say how it's going to be, not other people. So get on that group 1, get in before anyone else can, because that's important for you in your next era. Wow, I love the confidence and the action taking and just feeling like you've got this, because I feel like I've got this right now, and I feel that my voice means something. It's not going to be ignored. You won't be ignored, group 1. Oh, I feel like talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But let's move on to your cards. So, who is group 1 becoming in their next era? Oh, this one wants to come. So the 6 of Wands. Oh, yeah, usually the 6 of Wands is depicted as someone being on a horse, and there's a group of people cheering this person on while they're moving forward, and they have a wreath on their head. I think that's the right way to say it. And there's someone in the crowd holding a bird cage, and the bird is flying out. So freedom to use your voice, just a lot of freedom with you, group one, and people being around you and loving that you are being this person. You'll get support from your family, your friends, acquaintances, people that you don't know. Maybe you are becoming a celebrity of sorts, even with acting, as I said before. And maybe you will have a YouTube channel, or you do have a YouTube channel, and you'll be getting recognized quite a lot for it. Wow, just like that, we have the star girl, the sun and the star. Wow. Why do I feel like crying? Wow, this is amazing. You'll become a star, and you'll be shining. People won't be able to ignore you. The sun shines brightly, and the stars are beautiful in the sky, and people look up to stars, and even the sun as well, because they're so high up. So you'll be looked up to, group one, because you will be using your voice, and your voice will be heard. Do you think anyone can ignore the sun, the rays of the sun, the UV coming from the sun? When the sun is nice, it's, you get a nice sun tan, and, you're laying down and you're enjoying the heat. But when the sun is extremely hot and it burns your skin, you can't ignore that. So no one's going to ignore you, group one. I'm hearing the words, you're becoming something, you're becoming someone. Not that you were a nobody before, but people will take notice. Maybe you've been building your channel, your YouTube channel, for a while. Maybe you've been trying to get an acting job for a while, but it hasn't gotten anywhere. But I feel like maybe you'll be getting the part pretty much soon in your next era. You'll be having a refueling of hope, of faith. You will be believing in yourself maybe for the first time in a while, or for the first time. So it's about time you start believing in yourself, group one. Because the sun believes in themselves. They are shining. They show up every day, no matter if it's rain or shine, or rain or clouds. It's like the sun will always come through. Even if you're in a rainy place and then summertime hits, and then bam, there's the sun, shows up right on time. You will improve on your timekeeping skills, because you'll show up exactly when you are needed. You will show up right on time. It's like giving that right time, right place. It's not wrong time, wrong place, right time, or right place, wrong time. It's right place, right time. So it's almost like serendipitous events, or like everyone coming together at the right time, and you'll be meeting people in your field that will actually take you somewhere. Wow, 5 of Cups. I feel like with the 5 of Cups as well, if you watched my 5 of Chalices and the Devil card combination reading, and then it says the 5 of Cups holds a lot of hope. The 5 of Cups is... Oh no, that was the 5 of Pentacles, sorry. We have the 5 of Cups, not the 5 of Pentacles. So, because I mentioned the 5 of Pentacles, maybe it's something that goes with this reading. So the 5 of Pentacles is a double-edged sword, where on the one side, the 5 of Pentacles has or holds a lot of hope. They put themselves out of good situations where they're financially comfortable, where they have supportive people around them, and put themselves out because they want something else, and they have hope that things will turn around for them. And it's giving like a starving artist, that saying when there's someone who enjoys making art and they want to become an artist, so they won't take any other job, but they will just paint, and therefore they're a starving artist because maybe people aren't buying their art. So they believe in themselves so much that they are going to make it, that they just keep on painting, 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 and the next thing you know, they have a customer, and then that customer tells other people about the art that they received from this artist, and the next thing you know, that person comes in and asks for a painting, and then they have more customers, and now they are at the top of their game. They are on YouTube, they are doing Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, and then more followers means more customers, you know. So that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting here. And then with the Five of Pentacles on the opposite side of the sword, it's the Five of Pentacles who is stuck in a rut, who feels like they are left out and they need support in some way. So maybe you have felt that you needed support in some way, but then as going into your next era, you'll feel like you believe in yourself so much that you'll become a starving artist, and you'll keep going and going and going until you get your customers, you know, because there's only so much woe is me we can feel. There's only so much so many ruts we can find ourselves in before we get to this point here, you know. So I'm getting like this hanging on in there until you get your customers, you gain your followers, you gain this, you gain that, you know. And then let's see, Nine of Swords. Wow, maybe this goes into the I'm not speaking up because I fear that my voice won't be heard. What I'm saying won't make any sense. What I'm saying won't make any change. But from fear turns to, I'm going to say it. I'm going to show up, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know? So maybe you will have this anxiety, this fear still, but you won't be able to deny that you need to say something. Or other people won't see this fear and anxiety, but you're just going to show up anyway. And by showing up and seeing that your voice is being heard, and seeing that, wow, your voice makes a change, it's like moving away from the Five of Cups and Nine of Swords into the confidence of the Sun and the stars and the Six of Wands. These three cards are all about confidence, but these two cards here can just deal with fear, and letting fear dictate you, and letting fear drive you. You know, you are no longer going to be driven by fear. You'll be driven by hope, by your voice being heard, by being seen. Wow. Group 1, I love that for you. And then let's get to your other tarot cards. I will just get like two, I think. Two cards. The King of Pentacles. Ooh. Wow, the Eight of Swords. Do you know what I'm hearing while I'm seeing the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords? I'm hearing no more gaslighting yourself, and just do it. It's about becoming comfortable within yourself, comfortable within what you have as well, because maybe you talk yourself into thinking that, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, so people won't recognize me, people won't take me seriously, people won't, you know, buy my paintings, people won't buy my poems, whatever. But then a shift happens, and then they will buy your art, they will buy your poetry, they will watch your YouTube channel, you know. So it's just all about hang on in there, and you will see progress. You will see a lot of progress because you stuck it out. You had this desire, this pull with the star to do what you are doing. And no amount of fear and anxiety will get in your way. You will feel the fear and do it anyway. You will feel the anxiety and do it anyway. Because it just feels like you don't have a choice. Because this is what you want to do. it's important that you do it. Everything that's happening in your life is important, group one. Don't gaslight yourself into thinking, oh, it's not important, oh, I'll just stop and I'll be fine. But you won't be fine. You'll be in this cycle for ages, in maybe even regret, because you have given up on your YouTube channel, on painting. It's like losing a part of yourself because you were like, nothing's happening, okay, I'll just move on, forget about it, and go to a regular job, just like my family told me to, or society told me to. Oh, my family were right, this isn't going anywhere, so I'm just gonna listen to them and work a depressing job that won't enhance me in any way. You know, we can't end up in that little bubble there. We need to be over here, group one. Your next era is stepping into yourself, your confidence, your stardom, your popular era. So let's get your archetype cards, which I haven't used for ages. So we have Goddess, the light attribute, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Oh. And then we have Gossip, awakens considerations for feelings of others, honoring trust. Yes, you'll be using your words. Your throat chakra is alive and kicking, or will be alive and kicking, because there's no denying that you have a voice. You have a voice, so use it. And also, this goes back into what I was saying about the artist, the starving artist, the artist who kept going and going and going even though they had no customers, and then all of a sudden they gain a customer and then they spread the word. So it's like your next era is someone spreading the word about you, therefore you becoming more confident and more popular, and then you'll be gaining your money. You'll be getting your money back with the King of Pentacles. And it's like, no sweat. I'm not sweating anything about this. Things are just happening effortlessly with the Goddess card. You know, the feminine is very effortless. Things just flow. Things just happen. I feel like with this over here, with the Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, it's all about doing things from a stuck point of view. Like, oh, I'm stuck here still. What am I doing here? Why? A lot of whats and a lot of whys. But then over here, it's you're not pushing things to happen. They're just happening. You'll be shown a lot of love with all these hearts on the woman's dress. And people will see you as a goddess, as a star, as a confident being, as someone who has accomplished a lot. And you will be receiving a lot of recognition, a lot of love, group one. So lots of love to you. All right, so, and it's funny that the star is in the middle and the star is protected. It's like the star is protected by all of these cards. There's two on this side and then two on that side, and it's like no one can dampen the feelings of the star. Even though we had the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords, it's still like it's giving protection energy. So your customers will be protected, your energy will be protected. Protect your energy as well, because you know all publicity is good publicity. So you may have gossips that speak bad about your work, like in the comment section on your Insta reels. Someone's like, oh, her artwork is ugly. Why is she even painting? But then there are some people who are like, wow, your art is beautiful. So it's like people can be just jealous, and some people are bots in the comment section. So if you bow down, if you give in to those nasty comments, then the bots have won. Then the people with low self-esteem have won. The people with low confidence and no friends who live at home and just stay in front of their computer have won. You know, you are doing something with your life, group one, and you cannot give up on yourself. I'm seeing that you won't give up on yourself, even though times can be tough with your thoughts, with the fears. Just push through it and get in here. Wow. And then let's see, we have midwife protection. The midwife protects the mom and the baby inside of the womb, and checks up on the mother and baby. It's like something is developing in your next era, and you are taking care of it. You are making sure it's fed well, making sure that it has what it needs to thrive and grow when it's out there. So you are taking care of something. You are creating something that's going to be out there, and it's going to be showing so much love and admiration. Guys, I'm just seeing so much success for you. I love it so much. I do. Wow. And then let's go to your last cards. We have November, Sagittarius season, and Scorpio, right? And then we have Owl, good advice from a wise person. Older woman. Wow. And then we have Bell, announcement. No one can ignore you. No one can ignore the fact that you have such good artwork out there. No one can deny the fact that you are using your voice for goodness. Even with the announcements, maybe you'll have a sale on your artwork, and that brings people in, brings customers in. Maybe you will advertising a new range of clothing, of artwork, whatever it is. It's like people will have no choice but to see that and be like, I need that art on my walls. I need this tarot reader for a reading because she speaks to my soul, or he speaks to my soul. An older woman and Owl, wisdom. That's giving like people will find wisdom within you, within your art, within your readings, whatever you do. November is Sagittarius season. Yeah, Sagittarius is all about higher learning. It could be about spirituality as well. It's like you're doing what your spirit tells you to do. Wow, yeah, with the stars here, with the star, it's like you have this pull to do it, this inner knowing that you need to do it, and you are going towards it because you feel like you can't ignore it. If you do ignore it, then what are you doing with your life, group one, you know? It's like alarm bells are ringing. It's time. It's like, do it now or you won't ever do it again. I'm getting like a last chance saloon. The last chance saloon. Let me Google that. I don't know why I was just doing that with my hand. Let me see. Let's Google that saying. Last chance saloon. Last chance saloon. The final opportunity for someone to succeed in what they are doing. So maybe this is, maybe you kept giving up in the past, but this is like this is my last shot. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go all out, no matter how much I fear that things will go wrong, no matter how much I fear that people won't see my work and won't be impressed. I'm just going to do it anyway. Because no one can stop my sun from shining. No one can stop the growth of this child. No one can stop it, you know. So just do what you got to do to get to where you want to be, group one. And you will succeed. You will gain the money that you desire or require. You will gain the followers that you want. You know, it's all about believing in yourself. Having the confidence to do brazen things. Maybe you'll be doing things maybe slightly out of character where people will gossip and talk about you, and then they'll have no choice but to be like, oh, let's see what this person is doing then, shall we? And then they will tell someone else about it. You know, I'm getting like all publicity is good publicity, because when you think of artists, singers, and the things that are out there to the world that have been published to get their music sold, yeah, I feel like they lie quite a lot of the time, or they fabricate the truth so that their videos get more views, Like, take a look at Doja Cat. She has been receiving a lot of hate, and then she puts that hate into her lyrics of her song, and then she raps about it and sings about it. Take Beyonce and Jay-Z. There was speculation of Jay-Z cheating. We don't actually know that he cheated. So then Beyonce took those rumors, put it in her lyrics, and created, it wasn't Renaissance, what was that album? Sorry, I'm not sorry. She created that album to reinforce that Jay-Z cheated. But Beyonce doesn't strike me as the type of person who will keep a man who cheated on her. So did he really cheat on her? And was there anything to forgive? So it's like there's a lot of speculation and thinking, oh, is she this? Is she that? Is he this? Is he that? It's like they see your artwork and they wonder, is this a physical representation of what's going on inside of their heads? But with the lies that I was talking about with artists, I wasn't saying to lie to get views or to lie to gain clients. I was just saying to even use the hate of the gossips in your comment section and turn that into something. Maybe write it down in your artwork. Create a pick a card based on that comment. You know, so just use what you have. Utilize the comment section is kind of the message I'm getting here. All right, yeah, wow. So that's one thing for you, Group 1. I just get such a buzz. I feel buzzed right now with your reading. I love it. Wow, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 1. Beautiful reading. So I'll reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So Group 1, your next era is about being able to speak up for yourself and others without guilt, shame, or second guessing yourself. Isn't it tiring to see something you don't like and not say anything about it? Utilize your throat chakra, dear one. You have so much to say, so say it. Say it now, Group 1. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 1. Thank you for watching. I hope you can incorporate what I said into your daily routine. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi Group 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your Who Are You Becoming? What is your next era reading? And as usual, I wrote down some messages for you, so I'm going to read that before we get into your cards. So if you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So Group 2, your next era is about making things less complicated and confusing for yourself. Cut to the chase. Be more simple and frugal. So when I wrote down frugal, I was trying to think about what I meant, but thinking about it now, I'm thinking frugal as in, so when you are frugal, it's someone who goes to shops and looks for things that are on sale. A frugal person is someone who doesn't buy too much, who is careful with their money. So if we think about money as values, then it's like we need to know our values. We need to know that we are valued highly. And with the sale as well, I'm taking that as you halving your value so that you can fit in with other people, or allowing people to come into your life that have half of your value. Therefore they corrupt you in some kind of way, who break your heart or who are deceptive. So it's like, don't half your value for anyone. Have high values and be around people who value themselves highly as well. Therefore, creating a friendship group of high valued beings who know who they are, you know. So you are becoming someone who knows who they are and won't sell themselves too short. All right, so let's get to your tarot card. Looking at my watch, he should have been home tonight. I regret that moment I put that ring on. Oh, I mentioned that song in Group 1, so it's just in my head now, so excuse me for singing it. But let's see. We have the 10 of coins, Oh, cute. I love that. We have the High Priestess. Ooh. 10 of coins, high value. High Priestess, high value within themselves. The High Priestess isn't going to surround herself with people who drain her energy. She isn't going to surround herself with people who she's observed to be low energy, people who are gossips, people who aren't good, who aren't the best kind of people, because we want to create a system where it's healthy, where we know each other, where we feel comfortable within ourselves and in the community that we are in. So that's probably your next era, is creating a loving community that is highly valued. Interesting. And then we have Judgment. I'm getting like you'll be surrounding yourself with people where you can speak up for yourself and you won't feel judged by it. You'll be able to speak your, even if it's like to do with tarot reading, it's like you're able to surround yourself with people who enjoy reading tarot, who enjoy getting readings, and it's like building a community in that way. It's like having your say on things and not have it being thrown back in your face a few years later saying, oh, you said this, that, the other, and I didn't like what you said. It's like bringing things back up that needed to die in the past. Don't know why I'm getting that. Interesting. We have the Five of Cups. I feel like we got that in, well, we got that in group 1, so I don't feel like that's your card. It doesn't fit with the vibe of this reading. Although I shouldn't say that because this is your reading. So, okay, I get it. So it's like you're not going to be doing things that don't fit your vibe. High Priestess has a vibe about her, and she knows other people's vibes. She can sense other people's vibes and energy. And are you going to stick around people who don't have a high vibe, a good energy about them? No, we are only going to be around those who complement our energy and who want the best for us. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. We have the Chariot. You're going in a direction and you're sticking with it in your next era. You'll have a good amount of drive with you. These two look like the same person, but with different hair colours. So in your next era, you'll be able to switch things up, no questions asked. And like, I'm on this path right now, but I can easily switch this up. And because you feel comfortable to switch things up occasionally or constantly, because you know yourself, it's like you are listening to the inner callings. Okay, so you wake up thinking you need to change your hair. Okay, I'm going to change it. That was me. So with me, whenever I need to change my hair, I wake up and the feeling comes to me. Like I hear something like, okay, time to change your hair, so I change it. There was this one time where I wanted a fringe. No, I didn't want a fringe. I woke up and suddenly thought, okay, I'm going to get a fringe. So I got a fringe. I got my hair cut into a fringe, and I got the rest of my hair cut or trimmed or whatever. And then the next time I changed my hair was when I shaved all my hair off. I woke up one morning and I thought, my hair needs to go. So it went. And then the last month I woke up because I was watching Sister Lock videos on Instagram. And then I woke up the one morning last month and I saw videos of my family members with locks in their hair. And then it hit me, I need to get locks. 1 month later I got locks. So it's like being able to switch things up without even second guessing yourself, without even thinking too much about it. I want to change, okay, I'm going to change now. And your community will support you. Listen to that inner calling. What are you being called to do? You are becoming the person who doesn't ignore that call. Wow, the Knight of Swords. Even this doesn't fit with the vibe of your reading. It's about being picky and choosy, group 2. you're becoming much more picky and choosy with who you let into your inner circle, who you let into your community, because the vibes aren't right. The vibes ain't vibing, you know. Let's see, let's get one more. Okay, so this one. The Tower, okay. I feel like this is fitting in. Yeah, because we have the Judgment card here. You're becoming the person who isn't afraid to start again, that isn't afraid to see that something isn't working, and okay, what can I do now to completely change things? What can I do to change the shape of something? Am I going to move house? Am I going to, I don't know, shake up my YouTube channel? Am I going to shake up my friendship circle? Something like that. Because when the calling comes in, you have no choice but to follow through. You'll have a follow through group too, and you're gonna have no shame about it. You're not gonna think twice about it, because once it's time to go, it's time to go. You're revving up your motorbike and you're going. Yeah, this person looks like they're just revving the motorbike. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere just yet, even though, yeah, obviously the picture is frozen. We don't know if the person is still revving the bike or is actually going. But for this reading, they are revving the bike. Okay, so it's like vroom, 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 vroom. Are you ready? Get set, go. And there's that ready, set, go kind of feeling here. You'll be getting ready to change something, and then you'll be preparing yourself, and then you'll be doing it. It's not like, no, you won't be jumping. Well, we have the Tower card. With some things, you'll be jumping straight in. But with other things, maybe you'll think about it first, and you know that you'll do it. Because with me, with my locks, I had the feeling of, okay, I want to get locks. But I thought to myself, okay, sleep on it, see how you feel the next day. And then the next day, I really wanted locks. I went from, I don't want locks at all, I don't want it, to all of a sudden, that's all I ever want is locks. So it's like, listen to the calling, sit with the calling, prepare yourself for what you're doing. Because I prepared myself with locks by looking at YouTube videos at how to install locks and how to care for your locks and how to retighten your locks. But then there was someone around me who was a loctician, so I got my hair done for me, so I didn't need to do it myself. And when I didn't want locks, sorry about making this reading about my locks, but there's a story here, so bear with me. When I didn't want locks at all, I don't think I ever met a loctician, but the moment I wanted locks, the person was there who could do locks. They only recently trained up in it, and I was their first installation. So it's like, when you don't want something, that thing isn't there. But when you really, really want something that you didn't want before, that thing will instantly be there so that you can actually move forward with it. So when you have that calling to do it, you can do it because it's there. And that's the story of how I got my locks. When I didn't want my locks, there wasn't a loctician. When I did want the locks, that was all I ever wanted. Then the loctician was there, and then all of a sudden I have locks. So that's the kind of message I'm getting here. You didn't want something, it's not there. You want something, it's there. So you're going to go towards it. Wow, I love that. Amazing. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. The funny thing is, I was going to talk about the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck as well, but I've kind of forgot about it with all that talking. But we've got it here now, so let's see what other things we can get. Who is Group 2 becoming? What is their next era? Wow, yeah, guys! New opportunities will just show up. And then you will take that opportunity, and suddenly it changes your life in unexpected ways. And then you're going and going and going strong. And with those opportunities, you are listening, oh gosh, you are listening to your intuition, and you are taking these opportunities and thinking to yourself, well, I have the push to do it, I have the pull to do it, so why not? If not now, then when? The world, sorry. Wow. In your next era, you'll be doing things big. No apologies at all. Not that you need to apologize, but it's like you will become unapologetic, and you will be ripping things up that has you feeling stagnant, that has no business being in your life, and working towards something else. And getting the life you thought you wanted, it's no longer what you want. So you're going to take big steps to create the life that you actually want, and that will be much more satisfying, much more stable than the life that you had before, and it will make you feel amazing. It'll make you feel like you belong here. It will make you feel like you are whole. Yeah, you are whole. Oh, group 2, I love that. We have we have a circle here, circle, lots of mini circles. We have a circle for the light. Just so many circles. It's like you will be starting new cycles. You will be the sort of person who keeps starting new cycles, keeps ripping things up, keeps starting again. But within that starting again, you will find where you were meant to be with the 10 of coins. Because if something doesn't fit your vibe, then, time to rip it up again, time to start again, and then you'll start again. This doesn't fit my vibe. Okay, let's start again. You'll start again. This fits my vibe. I'm happy here. And then you'll stay here until you feel that inner calling. Ooh, powerful. And then where are your other cards? Why is this here? Okay, I see them. I was confused as to where your other cards were, because I was trying to find your cards and I'm like confused, like where are your cards? And these cards were near me, and I thought maybe these are your cards. No, it's not my cards, so I'm just going to put them up here and just ignore that. So it's like, just when things seem confusing, you'll be able to pick it up and put it to the side. Yeah, that makes sense, because that's what I wrote. Your next era is about making things less complicated and confusing for yourself. So I was very confused by the fact that group 1's cards were right by me, but I put the other cards at the top. Why were they near me? And it's like asking the questions of, why is this near me? Is this really what I want? Does this make sense to me? No, it doesn't. Let me just put it up there, forget about it, and just move on. So you're putting things out of the way and moving on. Oh, that made sense. Let's get to your other cards. So we have Slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Yes, you are putting your trust within your intuition. You're putting your trust within this random thing that's coming into your life and ripping up your whole life based on faith. And because you feel like, oh, I have no choice but to do this, because if I don't do this, I'll regret it. If I don't do this, I will just live in annoyance. So in order to avoid living in annoyance, I'm just going to follow through with this random thing, change my whole life, my whole attitude, well, not whole attitude, but I'm going to change my whole life based on this one thing, one urge, and we'll see how it goes. The Chariot just sees how it goes until they feel settled. Ooh, mentor, passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. And Exorcist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. You're constantly freeing yourself. You're constantly letting go of the things that are holding you back, the things that maybe you are attached to thought processes, to beliefs, because we can't keep holding on to belief systems, because we outgrow belief systems. We outgrow everything. Maybe you're the sort of people who outgrow things pretty quick, and we must release them. Because once you grow out of something, then frustration occurs, maybe even anger, because it's like when you sit with frustration, it can turn into anger and overthinking as well. We need to release all of that and trust in the divine, trust in your path, and maybe you will be able to find a mentor to help you through this, who knows, to help you through these difficult changes. But that's not going to stop you from making these changes. If you don't find a mentor, that's fine. I'm still doing it. If I do, then that's fine. Then they can help me through it. Take a good rest, mate. So let's see. We have midwife. What? This was group 1's cards. I am so confused right now. What? How did midwife end up with your cards? Wow, this is highly strange. Okay. So again, with group 1's cards coming into your reading with midwife, I don't feel like I should read into midwife, but this is a message in itself. It's like maybe you're picking up on someone else's wants for you in life, and that's you pre-tower moment where you're ripping everything up and starting again until it feels comfortable to sit with it. So when you're in the tower, this is like maybe someone else's beliefs, maybe other people's wants for you in life, but you don't want it. You don't believe in that. You believe in something else. You want something else. So why are you in that tower? So I'm going to rip it up and do something else. Do my own thing, because that's what my energy is telling me to do. Wow. So then we have Angel. You are protected. I feel like we need one more card to balance this out, because it just feels unbalanced. There we go again with that message. That's another message within itself. Things just feel unbalanced. We have 3 cards here. Then we have this card here. And then where's the other card from this deck to balance out this Angel card? So it's like you need to rebalance your life. You will be the person who will be rebalancing their life, because what the life they had before just wasn't sitting right with you. And you need to create, oh wow, metamorphosis at the bottom of the deck. You need to create the life that suits you. Okay, midwife wanted to come out. Okay, so midwife really wanted to be read. Oh wow, underneath metamorphosis we have the awakener. You are waking yourself up, group 2. You're constantly waking yourself up. You are constantly on the move. You are constantly creating something new. With midwife, there's a baby here. You are taking care of it. And you are protected. The midwife protects the mother and the baby by making sure that they are getting what they need while the woman is pregnant. And by doing that, they are protecting the mother. And then we have the angel protecting themselves, wrapping their arms around themselves, even their wings quite possibly, and even their dress is wrapping around themselves. So it's like your path is protected, and when you feel the calling to do something, when you wake up and suddenly want to have locks and then the loctician is right there, then that's how things will be. When you feel like you never wanted to own your own business, one day you wake up, oh, I want to own a business, and then a mentor suddenly appears and mentors you to open up your own business. And then suddenly you have all the clients coming in, even though you didn't want a business before. It looks like you're doing well in business now. So, it's just that sort of thing. Wow. It's the saying of when the student is ready, a teacher will appear. And that's the message here. We have Parrot. Someone will gossip about your secrets. It's funny because in group 1 we had the gossip card from this deck. And now we have the Parrot with someone will gossip about your secrets. So maybe group 1 is for you. So maybe watch group 1 if you feel called to. Ant, work achievement, success. Beetle, good fortune. And unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial change. Exactly. People will talk about the changes that you're making because they maybe don't approve of your decisions, because they wanted you to become a doctor, but you want to become an artist. Like I said in group 1, you want to be an artist. Take that as an example. Your parents want you to be a lawyer, but you want to be a tarot reader, it's just something like that. So you are going against what your parents want for you, what society wants for you, and you are doing what you want for you because you are following your intuition. You are moving with that, and you will live a good life when you move with what you want for yourself. Oh wow, beautiful group 2. So that's the end of your reading. I'll just reread your messages, and that will be the end of your reading. So group 2, your next era is about making things less complicated and confusing for yourself. Cut to the chase. Be more simple and frugal. Okay, so that's something for you, group 2. Thank you for watching. I hope you can incorporate what I said into your daily routine. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. So this is your Who Are You Becoming in Your Next Era reading. So group 1 and group 2's messages kind of intertwined. So let's see what we have for you. So as usual, I wrote down some messages for you. So if you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So in group 3, your next era is about trusting yourself, feeling more in tune with yourself and showing up for yourself. I also wrote High Priestess, third eye, because I was sat closing my eyes and I just felt very chill, and my third eye just felt pronounced. I could feel the energy of my third eye. It's about being comfortable with being able to sit with yourself. I think from those messages of me feeling my third eye, being comfortable in your intuition, because maybe you're the sort of person who feels something is going on, but then you second guess yourself and think, oh no, I'm just overthinking things. Oh no, it's not really that, it's this, it's that, the other. But I don't really trust that feeling. It's about starting to trust in your feelings. Group 3. Alright, so let's get some cards. Who are group 3 becoming? What is their next era? The next era. Who are group 3 becoming? We have the 3 of Wands. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but being able to think straight, being able to finally get some air. Have you ever watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? There was an episode a few episodes ago from what I'm watching now, because I'm on the 4th season, and Daisy, she has the power of, Daisy has powers anyway, and she could feel the vibrations of something happening, and she needed to get some air, so she ran outside and she flew up into the air, and she felt liberated, and you could see the relief on her face. And that's the kind of message I'm getting for you. It's about liberating yourself. It's about being able to get some air from whatever you're going through, and not feeling bad about what has happened, what's going on, where you want to be, who you want to be. Just liberate yourself and just get some air. Maybe you'll be going out for more walks, getting some fresh air, drinking more water, being more mindful of yourself, being more in tune with yourself, going out for hikes, just doing more things that has you active, getting some air, like get your blood pumping. Interesting. And then we have the Queen of Coins, being out in nature. Oh, very beautiful card. The Magician, and then we have the Hermit. yeah, there's that alone time. I keep getting that image of Daisy needing air, and it's like leaving everyone else behind while she goes to get air, while she flies up into the sky to come back down, to be back into a crowd that she didn't want to be in. And it's like you getting some air from your surroundings that you don't want to be in, to think about, what do I want? How can I create the life that I want that's different to others? You know, because the Queen of Coins is all about, she has already created a life for herself through working for herself, maybe working from home. So maybe the new you will be able to just sit with yourself, to be able to feel comfortable at home, being more uncomfortable at home with yourself, because our bodies are our homes. It's the first home we'll ever have, and the last home we'll ever have, no matter which house we live in, what environment we are in, we are still at home, you know. And there's a message there as well. We can make a home for ourselves wherever we are. We can make a house for ourselves wherever we are. As long as we have ourselves, and as long as we are comfortable in our own bodies, the only true home we have is within ourselves. So it's not attaching yourself to a specific place, and being able to just keep moving forward is the kind of message I'm getting here. By creating the life that you desire, I feel like it's the kind of life where, you know, we can live where we are placed, but I live with myself, so I can pretty much go anywhere. It's about believing in yourself, believing that you can travel, believing that you can living in a different country, and feel like that's a home, but I must move on now, and I'm in this country now, and I feel like I belong here. I feel like this could be a home, but oh, I feel like I could move on now. And it's giving that sort of energy here. Wow, amazing. And what other messages do we have for Group 3? Oh my gosh, these cards don't want to come out. There we go. And then we have Justice. When your time is up, your time is up. It's not about staying in a place where you feel like the energy has gone, or the energy just isn't as it was. It's about being able to pull back whenever you feel like you need to, and making judgments for yourself. You know, you don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need someone to say, oh, you look down, you look like your social batteries have run out, maybe you should go home. You're not waiting for that. You feel like your social batteries are going down, so you're going home, and you are going to create whatever you can for yourself, so you can move yourself out of a rut, out of a place there where you feel like your time is up. The Page of Swords. And I feel like there's an overlapping message from Group 2, because I had the Tower card and other cards surrounding it that led to this message. Maybe you have outgrown what your parents want for you. Maybe you have been doing what your parents have been wanting for you to do, and maybe they want you to be a lawyer, but then you become a stay-at-home mom. Maybe they wanted you to become a doctor and you became an artist. And it's not about other people dictating what you should do with your life. You are dictating. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Very interested. So maybe you are going back to school or going to uni, something like that, and maybe you're going to study law, or maybe you're just wanting to read more, research more, just fill your head with knowledge. And maybe even this is to do with teaching yourself to do something. For some of you, maybe you're going back to school to learn, and some of you, maybe you are teaching yourself to do something. And you can empower yourself by doing it yourself, and you can go a long way with the Knight of Pentacles. It's about integrating everything that you've learned to create something for the long term. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is all about the long term. So maybe you're taking some time out to think about, what do I want for my life? What does my life look like in 10 years from now, 20 years from now? What do I want it to look like? And how are you going to create that with the Magician? Maybe it's through studying, learning how to do something different with your life. And even with the Seven of Wands, with what I was saying before, your parents wanted you to be a lawyer, but you became a stay-at-home mom. Your parents wanted you to become a doctor, but you became a nurse. Whatever it is for you, you are creating boundaries for yourself and not allowing outside noise to infiltrate your wants and needs, not while you are trying to figure it out for yourself. So you're becoming the person who wants to figure things out for themselves and not seek outside validation, because outside validation just ain't cutting it anymore. You don't need that anymore, because what the outside wants for you isn't what you want for yourself. So it's about being selective and not falling for what everyone else says in life. Oh, interesting. So let's move on to your other cards. We have Guide. Wow, yes, this is giving Hermit. So represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And then we have Visionary, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Yeah, you are imagining a life where you want something different. You are imagining what life will look like in the next 10 years or 20 years time, and you are not going to bother yourself with what everyone else is doing, because what they're doing, they probably don't want that life anyway, because it's the life that their parents wanted for them. It's the life that they chose because, okay, I need to make a choice quickly, so they chose that thing. Or they force themselves to do it because there's nothing else to do. So don't force yourself into something that you don't want to do. You won't become that person. You won't be that person anymore. Don't force yourself to do something because it's the only thing there. And don't force yourself to do something because society tells you to do something. It's for what you want and what you want alone, nobody else. And then we have Grace. I'll get another card, see what that's about. What is this Grace card about? Let's see. We have Trickster. It's funny because they're both wearing masks. I'm getting that you won't be able to wear a mask anymore. A mask is, living a life that is not conducive for your growth. You're living a lie. You don't want to live a lie anymore. And it's like you became that person who was living that lie so gracefully that it just became the norm. But it's like you no longer see that as the norm. So you're not going to move at other people's pace. You'll be moving at your own pace. And then you'll see that everyone else is wearing a mask because they are living a life that they forced themselves to do, they were forced to do, or they were living the life that they forced themselves to do because there was nothing else. So you are removing a mask, because it's funny that these two cards have people that are wearing a mask, but in every other card they're not wearing a mask at all. So, who's wearing a mask? Who's not wearing a mask? Whoever isn't wearing a mask, be around them because they know themselves. Whoever is wearing a mask, they aren't for you. So it's like picking and choosing. Be more choosy. Ooh. And then we have for your last cards, Ladder, climbing towards success. Cat, two-faced friend. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. and heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Ooh. So it's like you're moving towards something that actually matters to you. You're moving from the heart space because your heart wants this, your heart desires this, so you're going to get it. No matter what other people say, no matter what obstacles getting in your way, you're moving towards a fresh start. That's because that's what you need, a fresh start. You need fresh air. You need to think clearly. You need to research, you need to learn more, you need to maybe go back to school or whatever you need to do to get to where you want to be. Just do it. You're becoming that person, and you're moving from the heart space rather than other people's thoughts of what you should be doing, because you are taking your time to get to know yourself, to understand your wants, your needs, your values, so that is pretty nice for you, group 3. I like that energy a lot. So just sit with yourself and think about everything that you want in life, and think about how you are going to get it and how that's going to fit into your 5, 10, 20-year plan. Maybe creating a plan for that, or if not, don't create a plan and just do it. Just do what you got to do anyway. So yeah, that's something for your reading, group 3. I'll reread these messages and that'll be the end of your reading. So group 3, your next era is about trusting yourself, feeling more in tune with yourself, and showing up for yourself. High Priestess, third eye. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. Thank you for watching. I hope you can incorporate what I mentioned and bring it into your daily routine. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!